Natsuki! Earth to Natsuki? What? Hey, don't make it seem like I'm spacing out. Just... Okay, let's start with things I don't like. First of all, Natsuki rereads the poem again. Actually, never mind. I don't feel like giving you my opinion. Then what's the point in sharing at all? Don't literature clubs, like, share constructive criticism or something? No, it's just... Natsuki fails to come back with a follow-up. She's obviously uncomfortable about something. But from what I've seen, it's certainly not giving out criticism. Hey, this is my first time sharing my poems too. It's a bit uncomforting for all of us, yeah, but we should still try to help each other. It's not that. I'd feel more comfortable if your poem was really bad. I could be like, not that bad, but here's what work of a real poet looks like. But... Oh. I understand what she means now. She's uncomfortable because she liked my poem and she doesn't know how to compliment me. I get what you mean. Natsuki looks relieved at my statement. Can I see your poem now? Fine. Only because Monaco was gonna make me either way. Sometimes. Some folks are winners, some only lose. Some are go-getters, some only cruise. Sometimes we try hard and give it our all. Sometimes we give up. What else can we do? Told you you'd hate it. Actually, I like it. What? Don't just say it's good because I'm a girl! Be honest! What? No, it has nothing to do with you being a girl. I genuinely like the poem. Really? Yeah, it's simple, but it's still pretty effective. Finally, someone who gets it. People in high school think poetry has to be so formal and vague. But they don't realize that simple writing is just as effective, if not more. The reader shouldn't have to search for the meaning that's just stupid. Besides, the simpler the writing, the more emphasis on wordplay. Like how I made most of the lines start with some. Yeah, I noticed that. It was really obvious. Made the last couplets seem more powerful. Yes, that's exactly what I was going for. Well, good job then. Heh. Didn't expect that from the youngest of the club, did ya? Yeah, I guess not.
Monica.
Hi, Milo. Hope you've been enjoying your time here. Yeah, definitely. I probably sound like a broken record by now, but everyone's been really welcoming. Well, a broken record isn't so bad when it plays something so nice. I get so. I get so. Anyway, since you're new and everything, feel free to bring up any questions or concerns you may have. After that, never speak ever again. It's my duty as president to make sure that everything is fine. It's only fine. Perfect. I'd have to say that you've been doing a good job of that already. I doubt that I'll ever have anything to complain about. Either way, I'm always open to new suggestions of the club as well. So don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. She says that, but it's gonna be a bit intimidating to try to criticize Monica of all people. I really don't think there's going to be anything I need to speak up about either. One of the girls would probably say something before I ever needed to. Natsuki definitely would. Now that that's out of the way, Like sharing a poem with me? I mean, I don't really have a choice in the matter, do I? You shouldn't be thinking about it like that. Yeah, I was joking. Kinda. It's alright, Milo. I get that it's really awkward for you to share a creative work when you're just a beginner. Especially since the rest of us have a bit more experience than you do. That's an understatement. Don't worry though, we're all a little embarrassed today, you know? I don't think many people out there share their poetry on a regular basis. But it's the sort of thing that you get used to pretty quickly once you get over with it. Yeah, that's true. I had my poem over with a sigh. Don't grade me too harshly. Haha, you'll be fine. I watched nervously as she quickly scans through my poem. It's a nice poem, Milo. You think? Although, I'd have to say that it's a lot cuter than something I would have expected from you. Is that bad? No, of course not. It's just something that I would have thought Natsuki would write, for instance. She's a good writer, so you should take that as a compliment. I see. I don't know, I guess I was in a cutesy sort of mood or something. Felt cute, might delete later. So you have a cute side as well? That's not what I was trying to say. It was totally what I was trying to say. I mean, that I was thinking about more cheery stuff. Or something. I get it. But still, have you ever read anything by Shel Silverstein? He sounds familiar. Maybe when I was a kid. My mom used to take me to the library when I was little, so... Well, he wrote a lot for children, so I wouldn't be surprised if he did. He's famous for using simple words and conversation tones to tell all sorts of stories. His poems are of a variety of different lengths and cover a range of different emotions. They could be funny, endearing, sad. Even though most people think of him as a children's author and poet, many of his works express universal views of the world. He actually wrote some black comedy as well. So you could say that he was pretty good at subverting expectations. Interesting. So is Natsuki kind of like that then? You could say that. She's not quite the Renaissance man that Silverstein was, but you probably won't find much filler in her poems. They may seem easy enough to read through on the surface, but they can pack a lot of meaning in a very few words. I see. It's definitely a type of poem that's fun to explore. Yeah, I'm sure I'll end up doing a lot of different things before I settle on my own style. It'll still take a while before I'm completely comfortable sharing my writing. That's perfectly fine. In fact, I'd probably be more surprised if you immediately started writing with your own style. Most people go through the same process that you're going through right now. Trying new things is the best way to find the kind of style that suits you after all. Anyway, when you talk to everyone about it, naturally they'll be a bit biased towards their own kinds of styles. After all, I know I am. But don't force yourself to write in some way just because someone else wants you to. You should try to focus on what you want to do. Feel free to ask me for help anytime, though. I try to be as objective as possible when I talk to people about these topics. Thanks, I'll keep that in mind. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. Good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? Always on duty as club president, huh? Well, let's get on to reading then. The box. I see, but I don't believe. A lone fingerprint, glistening on gleaming glass. Was it me? Was I always the one in the dark? I pound on the glass. My prison. Why me? The pain jolts me back. The understanding pouring down like heavy rain. It's all a farce. My heart's on display. My life's but a script just playing away. The world out there had seemed so bright. It was so free. So many choices. So much potential. Maybe I could have had a chance. I realize now that there was never a choice. I was stuck in this box, and they, on the other side, chose for me. So, what do you think? I don't quite know how to say it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. I definitely get a certain kind of feeling from reading your poem, like deja vu, but I'm not sure how to put it into words. I can understand that. I just try to articulate it however you want. You can use metaphors outside of poetry, you know. Well, when you put it like that, I don't know, I'd say that your poem is kind of abstract. Very vague, at least. Like, I can't quite tell what exactly you're talking about, even though I do. But even so, I can tell what the speaker's feeling. Yeah, I think that describes my poem very well. Yeah, really? I do like my metaphors. Oh, the flashbacks! Well, you'd probably be hard-pressed to find a poem without a metaphor, actually. Yeah, they're pretty well covered in English class, at least. The ability to convey emotions and concepts through words describing things even the writer might never have experienced before. I find that really powerful. When you write metaphorically, it allows the reader to focus on the emotions in the poem. I guess it kind of opens it up for the reader to have their own interpretations. Exactly. It's fascinating when people can diverge from the creator's original intent to find their own meaning in the work of art. Yeah. What was your original intent then? I think it'd be more funny if you tried to figure out yourself. That just makes me more curious now. Maybe I'll tell you one day. But for now, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem, or anything for that matter, you get too fixated on a specific point. But if you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. So the best thing to do is to just force yourself to get something down on the paper and then tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and write whatever's in your heart. Easier said than done. I get what she's trying to say though. It's better to look back on your work with fresh eyes after you've gotten something down sometimes. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening.